Don't worry, I will protect you.
That's good to know, Toad, because we draw you in 4 different styles. Let's begin how we always do with the cartoon effect. For the cartoon effect, I like to use these paint pens. Now these are from Just Art and they are amazing. I mean, look at the coverage they get. They didn't actually tell me to say any of this. This is just the products that I use, so if you'd like to use them, I'll drop them in the link and you can purchase them there. But they are actually really good for a lot of the cartoon illustration pieces that I like to do, mainly because their pigmentation is just really on point, especially the variety of color. But enough about that, I just love the way this whole section came out. And we're just going to add a nice little thin layer of highlights and a nice little bold outline along the whole thing. We're going to call this one complete. With the cartoon effect done, we're going to head on over to the wooden style. The wooden style is just basically trying to make them look like a wooden carved statue. So one way that I'm going to achieve this effect nice and easily is to put down a nice simple base layer of a thicker, darker brown, and then from there we can add some highlights and some shadows, and we're going to make it look nice little TE carved out statue. If you want to try out this effect at home, one thing that I would recommend is think about the grains and how the grains of the wood kind of flow throughout the body. As you can see, I kind of broke it down piece by piece, but then I'm going to take the really dark brown and just kind of curve around and carve out all the little sections, still make it look like Toad, but give it some three-dimensional bite. And as we add this nice dark layer in here, that's how we're going to get all those nice little extra details. But for all the dark, we have to make sure we pop in the highlights. And we're going to call this complete as we head on over to the disco globe. Now this is the first time that I've ever done the disco globe, so let me know if you guys like this or if you don't. I kind of consider this like the cousin to the pixel effect. It's like the more artistic version of the pixel effect. So I think you're going to love it, but it could be a hit or a miss. The struggle that I had throughout this entire section is trying to make it look shiny, trying to make it look three-dimensional, and still making it look like Toad. I was actually inspired by this TikToker. I'm not going to try and say his name because, well, it's a very unique name and I just don't want to screw it up. Andres, if I'm saying that correctly, is an amazing artist, but he's also a tattoo artist that does these incredible metallic paintings and tattoos, and I just think they are breathtaking with the level of detail that he's able to get. So I'm going to link his profile in the description of this video, because if you love gaming art and you love just a lot of these incredible details that he's doing, you definitely want to consider giving him a follow.
Dead to me, R.I.P. buried. Moody dirty mulla on the side your head a midi. Dead to me, R.I.P. buried.
Considering it was my first time doing this effect, it was really hard to capture that shiny metallic iridescence that is in a disco globe, but also to try to make it still look like Toad. And when I was looking at the Mario ones that he was doing, I was trying to emulate it. I think what I tried to do was overly render each individual square instead of just thinking about each individual square as a different set of color and then just a small amount of highlight and a small amount of shadow. I think if I would have approached it from that regard, I would have gotten a much more higher quality disco globe. But this is what happens when you learn and try and do something new for the first time. So all things considered, considering it was my first go at this, I actually liked the way it came out, but most importantly, what did everyone at home think? Let me know in the comments below. And I think it's about time we called this one complete as we head on over to the horror side. And for horror, I kept it kind of horror fantasy, creepy fantasy. I really wanted to accentuate the concept of the mushroom of that he is, but make it more something like out of a D&D horror book. But to truly complete the effect, I think what I'm going to have to do is focus on the inking. And that's really where I'm going to add all these cracks, all these wrinkles, and the texture of the face, the big teeth. That's what's really going to make it then just jump off the page of scariness. Because when we add the ink down now for the ink wash, where you get all those nice gray tones, this is where this horrific, slimy mushroom creature really comes to life. I wanted to add some yellows, not because it's a different color, but to give it more of that putrescence effect. I really want to punch in those poisonous, yellowy, pustule type colors. I am still keeping the red toadstool spots because, well, he is Toad and I want him to look basically how he would. But now that we're finished, let me know which style did you like most, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video.